Hello, HIUS 512 American Revolution students. My name is Ronald Picciarelli, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you about Mercy Otis Warren. Mercy Otis Warren should have a hyphenated last name because she was born Mercy Otis and then later married James Warren, one of the famous patriots in Massachusetts. Mercy Otis Warren is known as one of the leading female intellectuals of the Revolution. She was a political writer. She was a satirist. She was an advisor to many people of the Revolution, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Sam Adams. And she also was the first female in the United States after the Revolution to write a 3-volume history of the American Revolution. Now, Mercy Otis Warren is a member of the American kind of revolutionary generation. And I'm kind of in awe of this revolutionary generation. Now, we're not talking here about some kind of radicals or some of the most recent people in politics that want a social change and things. We're talking real political revolutionaries, American political revolutionaries that want a total change. So this is big. Now, this revolutionary generation was extremely active in politics and in subverting the British rule in the 13 colonies. In fact, the Continental Congress was an illegal body meeting illegally in the colonies. So all this revolutionary activity, it was to the British point of view, was totally illegal and not wanted, but nonetheless, that's how the United States became a nation. Now, Mercy Otis Warren and her husband, James Otis, were in the forefront of leading revolutionary activity in Massachusetts. Mercy Otis Warren was a political writer and satirist, like I said. She wrote satirical plays criticizing the governor, Thomas Hutchinson, and British rule in the 13 colonies. She was a correspondent with John Adams, Samuel Adams, Abigail Adams, Elbridge Gerry, Martha Washington, Henry Knox, the Warren family, Charles, George, Henry. And her writings earned praise from George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Her home with her husband, James Warren, was a hotbed for the Sons of Liberty. They would meet in her home. Samuel Adams was frequently there, getting people riled and agitated towards British rule and all that. And she was one of the basically people that helped to instigate the American Revolution. Post-revolution, after the critical period in American history, and then the meeting in Philadelphia where the delegates wrote the Constitution, Mercy Otis Warren would actually be classified as an anti-federalist. She wrote a pamphlet that was widely read at the time, even though she put a pseudonym on it. Anyway, the pamphlet was the Observations on the New Constitution. Historians for many years thought that Elbridge Gerry wrote the pamphlet, but it was proven by one of Mercy Otis Warren's descendants that she actually wrote it under a pseudonym. Nonetheless, she advocated in the pamphlet that the United States should not just accept this Constitution without a written Bill of Rights. That was her major sticking point. Had to have a written Bill of Rights. and many people listened to this, including delegates at the constitutional conventions in every state to ratify this Constitution, and they obviously did ratify the Constitution with a Bill of Rights written into it. Mercy Otis Warren's life goes to show one that a person can have a big impact on their world, and that a woman of the time, part of this revolutionary generation, can also have a big impact. I thank you for your time tonight. Good night.